Hey everybody, it's Lisa Birmingham and I'm so glad that you're here with me. We're gonna jump right in and start decorating our homes for fall. I'm gonna show you how to make a beautiful handmade wreath that was very easy to make and very inexpensive since I got most of the items at the Dollar Tree, so let's get started. Autumn is the perfect time to try your hand at making a seasonal wreath. Wreaths are an impactful way to add a pop of fall festivity into your home decor. If you're looking for all things home and style, then you've come to the right place. I post weekly videos on DIYs, on home decor, on party ideas, and on holiday entertaining. I have a lot of fun projects and collaborations coming up on Halloween, on fall, on Thanksgiving, and on Christmas. So subscribe so you won't miss any of it. My wreath is part of the Ultimate Fall Collection playlist. It is a collaboration that is put on by Natalie Callahan from Design to Nines and Kristen Kay. I will leave a link to both of their channels in the description box below, as well as a link to the playlist. That will be a one-stop shop for you to find all of your fall wreath inspiration. Wreaths are a great way to decorate for the changing holidays and seasons. However, you don't need to stay traditional or spend a lot of money. This wreath is a 24-inch wreath, and after my coupon, it was only $5 and I got it at Michael's. There are so many different kinds of forms you can use. You can use metal forms or foam forms, or you can use an embroidery hoop. There's lots of options. They have great things at the Dollar Tree, so you don't need to spend a lot of money to get a foundation for your wreath. You can create a beautiful fall wreath for little cost. Everything on this tray was from the Dollar Tree. By mixing in affordable items with a few more expensive items, you'll get a high-end look at a reasonable price. Having a wreath holder is a bonus when you're making a wreath because you can hang it on there upright, and that way you can make sure that you place all of your items on your wreath evenly. This is also great to have if you're gonna put your wreath on a tabletop for tabletop decor. I've also used this wreath holder outside for my porch decor. I hung my seahorse on it. So having one of these is awesome. I got it at Michael's, and after my coupon, it was only $4. I'm gonna be designing the florals on my wreath in a C-section. So it's gonna kind of go all around like this in a crescent shape. Think of it as dividing it up into 4 sections. I'm gonna have my sign over here, and then I'm gonna have my pumpkins and florals on each one of these sides right here. I'm gonna start off by putting my ribbons on first because that will be the trickiest part to do, and I wanna make sure that those are on really tight, and then I can stick in my florals and my pumpkins in between. This brown mesh with gold detail, along with this kind of organza ribbon with gold feathers on it, is so pretty. They were both from the Dollar Tree, along with this eggplant and chevron ribbon, which I used last week in my DIY florals on my lantern. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link below. But before you spend a lot of money on ribbons, go ahead and check out the Dollar Tree. I'm always surprised at the beautiful things I find there. To create our ribbons, we're still going to use the same tactic of looping, twisting, and looping again, and then tying it together with this wire that again is from the Dollar Tree. This is what we're going to do. They end up looking like this. So instead of a bunched up ribbon or bow like this, they're going to be a little bit looser. That way I can wrap them around the perimeter of my wreath. And that way there'll be some spaces in between that I can add my pumpkins and all the rest of my florals. Gather the ribbon together to create a billowy loop. Pinch the ends of the loop together and then add a piece of floral wire around the base of the loop. Then twist the wire together to secure. Make sure that when you tie the wire around your ribbon that you're leaving at least about 1 inch on each side of excess wire. That way you have a good amount to wrap around the wreath so that you can secure it to the wreath. I evenly spaced out my various ribbons around 3 sides of my wreath. I made sure each section had all 4 different varieties and colors of my ribbons. Once my ribbons were securely wired to the wreath, I fluffed up the loops so the bows were round and full. Now that my ribbons are on my wreath, it's time to place our large items like our pumpkins, and then I also have these cute little acorns that I got at Michael's. I'm going to place those around the wreath, and once they're on, then I can go back through and I can place in my feathers and my leaves and any other florals that I might think fits in there. I'm using these velvet turquoise pumpkins that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now, turquoise isn't your traditional fall color, and I think that's why I was so drawn to it, because I really wanted to branch out and do something unique and different. To reinforce this color theme, I'm going to use some peacock feathers because this also has turquoise in it. By taking some non-traditional items and adding them to traditional fall colors and themes, you can really refresh and update and get a unique piece of decor. To make sure that my pumpkin stays securely on my wreath, I'm adding some wooden skewers. All I did was I took a regular wooden skewer, I added some hot glue to the end of it, and then I poked it into the center of my pumpkin. Now, once you're done with your pumpkin, put it into your wreath, pull it through, and then with a pair of wire cutters, you can snip off the excess wood that's hanging out the back. There really is no rhyme or reason with the way that I put my florals on my wreath. What I do is I just want to make sure that I have one of my pumpkins and some of my florals and each of the same ribbons in each one of my sections. That way when the wreath comes together, it looks cohesive and even. I filled in vacant spaces and gaps between my pumpkins with color-coordinated leaves, with my acorn picks, and with long stems of harvest-themed leaves with mini pumpkins, which reinforce my fall theme. Then the finishing touch is to add the elegant peacock feathers. The skewer method is a great solution when you have flowers that have stems that are too short, or if you have an oddly shaped item. I'm going to use these skewers on my sign, this Friends Gather Here sign that I got at the Dollar Tree. Again, I'm just going to put my skewers on the back, I'm going to hot glue it, and then I'll secure it to my wreath and it will stay in place. I added a line of hot glue along the top 2 inches of my wooden skewer and then pressed it firmly onto my sign. I only needed 2 skewers because only 2 sides of my sign were going to be attached to the wreath. Once the glue was dried, I poked the skewers into the bottom and sides of my wreath and then shimmied the sign into place until it was secure. Then I snipped off the excess wooden pieces. Now our autumn wreath is complete. I've ended up with this amazing custom piece of fall decor that was so much easier to create than it looks. By using inexpensive Dollar Tree items, it came in at an affordable price too. I love how fun, unique, and inexpensive it can be to create a fall wreath to adorn your home. A wreath really makes your home feel warm and welcoming to guests and visitors. If you're looking for other fall inspiration, I have a lantern that I decorated with fall florals, and if you're hungry, I also have a pumpkin white chocolate lava cake. I'll leave a link to both of those in the description box below, and thank you so much for joining in today. Fall is my favorite time of year, and a beautiful wreath can immerse you in this season even more. Decorate your front door, fireplace, or tabletop with a gorgeous handmade wreath. I hope you enjoyed this fall wreath tutorial and got some inspiration so you can create your own. And as always, thank you so much for watching.